let's take a look at some of the tips for doing literature review. If you are doing a qual, then yes, take a look, the place where you want to put them at the beginning of your chapters or somewhere there. And if you are doing the quant, there are also some different steps of doing this. Usually for the qualitative research, this is probably the best thing to frame your study and look into the appropriate place where you like to put them. Go by your advisor committee or the expectation or standard of your dissertation of the writings. Usually, it is placed at the beginning to frame the problem in qualitative research. And also there is a trend of using a number of citation references to use at the end of your chapter or dissertation or even the articles to compare and contrast with the findings, which is the mostly important in articles as well, so which goes in a discussion and conclusion section of your article or even dissertation. In the quant, it is usually used for advancing research questions and hypotheses. So we use that to introduce the study or advance the theory and describe other related literature. Mixed method is slightly different. Go with the strategies if you are doing sequential mixed method or any other types of. So go with the formula as recommended by the the authors. Creswell has recommended 7 tips of conducting lit review. First, identifying the keywords, which is easy sometimes, so 5 to 7 keywords. And then look into some of the databases. Go with your university databases, or even using the simple public available database, including ERIC or Google Scholars. And it is recommended to start with the 50 articles or reports on the topic that you are doing. Then basically skim through the initial group of 50 articles that you downloaded, so that will help you. The next step is super important, is developing a literature map based on the theme around the articles that you use. Then the other here, the important one, I would say that after you have, it is recommended to draft a summary of all these articles, and this will give you some of the ideas how to review, how to structure into different groups or themes by the important concept. Here is an example of literature map, the concept map. So you can see the major concept and then author cited. So this is just example. I know this picture is not clear, but you got the idea. So here is an example that I asked one of my advisee to take a look into the topic, blackmails and college remediation. So this is the way of doing here, the 7 steps that I asked to read from Creswell. Again, this particular advisee has also listed, the same approach: identify the keywords, utilize these things, and locate 50 peer-reviewed scholarly articles around the topics, and developing a literature map. So here, definitely yes. So he has developed the 5 themes around the topic based on the early reading of 50 articles. So you can see all the 50 articles around that topics that followed APA requirement, APA 7th edition. Here is another nice concept map or literature map about the community college student equality. You can see some of the citations, and also the advisee has downloaded the articles or dissertation around that topic. Yes, let's take a look the database search for the keywords using Google Scholar. Let's say I have 3 keywords: doctoral student experience. Then when you put in a search engine, you can see number of article published in different years. So let's say since 2019. So in last 2 years, you can see the number of article published here around 22,900. All of them are not about doctoral students. Some of them are closely related to what you are looking for. And the easy couple of tips here is, if you look into this double quotation mark here, if you click here, is a site. So it gives you the APA format. So simply you can copy and paste to your Word document, and you can make some minor changes. For example, this will V will go in the uppercase in APS 7th edition, those things. So that's their good one for the citation wise is an easier one, and some of them have a full text so you can download, or PDF files. Again, this one also very useful, to download those things. So Google Scholar is one of the best databases that you can use for citation. If you are using library databases, any university library databases, go to the databases. And I'm using the Morgan University Library database, and I love ProQuest. So I click P, and then ProQuest and Global. This one, dissertation and thesis global. This is one of the largest database. So if you are doing from off campus, I am from University of Maryland system databases. So I use the library barcode and then your last name. So when you log in, it will allow you to access, download, hundreds and thousands of data, the dissertation and theses. So again, if the topic is doctoral student here, then I use the three keywords. So when you search, you can go by the full text. You can go to only doctoral or master's. I go with the doctoral one written in English. So with these few keywords or criteria, then let's see how many I can pull. So I can pull 572,000 work since 1890. That's quite a lot. So I want to look in last 10 years what happens. So when I update my list, still you'll get quite a lot of dissertations on a wide range of topics, and you can download. So for example, if I'm interested in the first 20 articles, yes, they look very promising, and all of them are on doctoral student experience. So I select all 20, and then here is also use the double quote for the site. And then when you click, it pulls all the citations here. APS 7th edition right now we have. So right now here is 7th edition, so you can just copy and paste in your working document. So it's a simple one. You can also alternatively email yourself so that all the documents, including the PDF, I mean the full PDF and abstracts, can come to your email. That's another way of downloading. So you can use any databases to find the article related to your topics. If you are early in your process of developing proposal or dissertation of your dissertation for your doctoral program, here are some of my recommendations based on my working relation with many of advisee in the program. So before you write the chapter 2, my recommendation is focus on your topics always, so that you can be on the topic rather than being off the topic. And again, the lit review, that chapter 2 probably goes somewhere from 20 to 30 synthesized work. Again, I'm referring to Creswell and his work. There are different type of the literature review. I would go with the how you can integrate the previous work, or criticize and synthesize, or build the bridge between the topics, so it is more organized on your central issue, the issue that you are interested exploring in your dissertation. So again, the steps that I borrowed this concept from the Creswell. Step 1, identify 5 to 7 keywords and use the extensive databases to find the best of the best or highly relevant or related articles for your topics. Again, go with the 50 reports and design the literature map or concept map, and summarize them more in precise way. Then there are also few tasks for students. Download at least 50 articles with the balance of quant, qual, or even mixed method. Also take a look 1 or 2 dissertations if possible. Then once you download all 50 materials, I really want you, if you are doing the dissertation or even articles, to follow this table, or I call it matrix. So you know what research questions or the method the previous authors, researchers have used in their work. So this will give you a comparative perspective, even to your committee members, including your chairs, so they can see visually what other people have used and what direction you are going, how you fill the gap in the studies. I know it's more abstract unless until you start doing it. Sometimes it doesn't make sense what I'm saying here. So once you do that, then your job is to build the metrics. This is the one we shared it earlier, and there are also great suggestion how you write your literature review. Rather than reporting one after another's, you have to provide some critique, some explanation, some connection, finding the themes and issues across the literatures that you use. Sometimes students overuse the quotations, the excessive quotation from previous work. Until you need, absolutely you need, please avoid using excessive quotes from previous work. You don't have to use all 50 or 70, the number of articles, dissertation you have downloaded. Use selective one that goes along with the purpose and the topic of your dissertation. Plagiarism is another big issue, so make sure to rephrase the concept, um, and ideas that you are going to use. So here is tentative outline. Usually it's chapter 2 develops based on many concept that or the variables, the ideas that you are going to introduce in chapter 3 or research questions. Okay, and these are some of the concept map outline that we shared earlier. So if the topic is adult learning, so this could be some of the subgroups, subheadings within your chapter 3. So there are different ways of doing concept map. You can choose the one you feel more comfortable, more appealing, the visual. Okay, that's all I have here. And I cited the most of the references sources from Creswell and Creswell 2020 textbook. In my fall 2020 newsletter for the program department, I have listed some books that you may find very helpful, such as this one, How to Write Lit Review. These things, some of them are really great text that you can use while writing a dissertation. Probably the best one that I have enjoyed so far is the Surviving Your Dissertation. That's also amazing resources that you can use in different stages of writing your dissertation. Yes, here are a few textbooks. If you are using phenomenology approach of dissertation, this is absolutely the best book so far as I have read. In the dissertation journey, I've been using this since 2010 when it came to market. APA 7th manual. So first 3 books are absolutely the most if you are doing a qualitative. Quant, there are again different textbooks that may be suitable depending on your interest and the need. All the best. Good luck to you.